today I'm going to be filming my top 5 Too True products. Some of you may remember some of my videos that have featured them in the past, and they are a really great brand for people that are on a budget like everyone nowadays, and they are available in Superdrug, which lots and lots of people have asked me. So for those of you that have asked me, over my last few videos I've been wearing a lot of their lip products and things, so those of you who have asked me, it's just available in Superdrug, and at the moment it's 3 for £5. So generally the stuff that I've got, I've ended up buying 3 for £5 because it's just a better economy. I think it's something like £1.99 each or something, but 3 for £5, you can't argue with that. So I've accumulated quite a lot of stuff over the last 6 months or so since I've actually heard of them. I think I did a blog post at Christmas time where I showed you that you could kind of do a complete transformation for like £5 with just these 3 products that I bought. I'm going to be doing an accompanying blog post to this video, so if you look in the bottom bar there will be a link. You can see all the products that I've talked about and the dupes that I'm going to talk about as well. So go and check that out, obviously after you've watched the video. 5 products. It's difficult to pick 5 products. I'm tempted to do 6, but I'm going to stick with the 5. I may end up talking a couple more up in my blog, but I'm going to stick to the 5 that I like the most. There are lots that would sneak in. I'd say I really like these 2, but these are my firm favourite 5. I'm going to start with a nail polish, just because my nails are still wet. I just did kind of a comparison just before I started, just to see how close these 2 nail polishes really are. They look so close in the bottle, but on there is still a difference. The 2 that I'm going to compare is the Too True Glossy Wear Nail Polish in shade number 16, which is this colour, and Nails Inc. The Mall, or the Mall, whatever. These 2. They're really similar, but this one has got a little bit more warmth to it. Now I've just put 1 coat over the nail polish that I've already got on, just put 1 coat on each of my thumbs, and I'll show you. And this is the Too True colour, and this is the Nails Inc. colour. As you can see, it's not quite as similar as I thought it was going to be. It's not quite the dupe that I'd hoped for. However, that's 1 coat. And that's obviously an £11 nail polish, and you could get 3 of those for £5, so whatever, you know, I still think this is an amazing nail polish. I actually prefer, I've worn this a lot, the Nails Inc. one, and I actually prefer this Too True one because it's got dimensions to it that the other one doesn't. It's got, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, I don't know if it's picking up the glitter, but it's almost like 3D. I really like that. So that's my first favourite. I like a lot of their nail polishes, but this is my favourite colour. I love purple. I'm all about it. So this is number 1. Number 2, these are in no particular order. Number 2 is concealer. Again, some of you may know that I have had a real big love affair with the Maybelline Superstay 24. This one, this concealer that I use all the time. I've used this to death. It's pretty much run out now. And I did wonder if I could find a dupe for it, or one that I liked as much, just in case they stopped making it, or one that I liked more, but I didn't want to spend a tremendous amount of money. I wanted to still stay drugstore. This concealer from Too True is amazing. It's got hair all over it. It's got some kind of light reflecting particles, so it's got a 3-in-1 base, so you can cover up, it highlights so you can go under your eyes, and it's just equally as good as the Maybelline one that I've used all that time, but it just is a little bit better. The base is yellow. I'll show you a swatch. The base is yellow, which means it's going to cancel out any kind of redness. And it's just creamier. It seems to go on and it just melts into my skin that little bit better, but I do feel like I've got a coverage, whereas with the other one I did have to layer it a little bit. I still loved it, but I did have to layer it. So I've tended to use this a little bit more than that one lately. Since that one's run out, I'm definitely going to be repurchasing this one because it's cheaper and I like it more. It does correct because it's got the yellow tone, it light diffuses because it has the particles, and it conceals. So why would you not want something that's 3-in-1 instead of something that's just 1 product? I don't know, but this is my favourite, number 2. Number 3, I have lots and lots of swatches of dupes that I could do for this one, but I'm just going to rave about it instead. Too True Twist and Align Eye Definer. This is in number 8 black. Now I will show you a little bit of dupe list. These are all Urban Decay colours swatched against the two True colours. First of all is Zero Eye Pencil by Urban Decay, and this is the black from Too True. This one is the Zero and this one is the Too True. If you see, for colour wise, there's barely anything at all. The black is black in most circumstances, but in the Too True I actually found that it went on a lot easier than the Urban Decay. The Urban Decay I had to go over it a couple of times, whereas that went straight on. This one I'm not entirely sure. It's not entirely a dupe. This one's Ransom by Urban Decay, and this is the purple colour from Too True. Let me just check the shade. Is number 5. Aubergine. Ha! Funny that it's called Aubergine. I was going to say it's more of an aubergine than a full-on purple like the Urban Decay. But this one has got, again, a better coverage. I think this one's a little bit patchy. Not my favourite one from them. So I prefer this one there. And this is Electric, and this is the Too True one, which is called... it's number 15. I don't know if it's got a name, but it's this blue colour. I've definitely used that in videos before. I really, really like that. It's kind of a turquoisey, a much more wearable electric blue. Although it's very, very similar, this has got kind of a different tone to it, and I like this one more. Obviously I have them both to wear and I choose that one. But the eyeliners I really, really like. They're really nice for your waterline. They don't seem to move. I don't think they're branded as waterproof or smudge proof, but for me they kind of stay on quite a long time. Not necessarily all day, but they're definitely a favourite eyeliner. I really struggle with eyeliners, and for the price you just cannot argue with theirs. Next up, second to last, is this liquid eyeliner. Look at my eyes today. That's what I've used to do my winged liner. For years and years I used the Rimmel Exaggerate one, and again, the same as with the Maybelline Superstay, I've been trying to find something just in case, or something that is better but it's still drugstore, and I've not been able to find it, not been able to find it. And then finally, I think this made it into my annual favourites last year. Finally I found this, I think late last year, like September, October maybe last year, and I started using it. It's amazing. I did think to begin with that the brush was a little bit stiff. If you can see, it's kind of, it's not a brush so much as a foam applicator. However, the end has got a lot of give, and the more you use it, the more flexible it becomes. So you've really got to persevere with that one. Plus, it does give you that much sharper line when it is a little bit firmer. So it's easier to get that wing with a sharper line. When you've got something that's, let me give you an example. Terribly unprepared as normal. We've got something like this, for example. This is another liquid liner. One, lots of people like that, I don't like at all. This one's got a really flexible tip, and I hate that. There's so much room for error. If you slip even a little bit, then you'll totally mess up. Whereas this one is kind of, it's the perfect mix between a felt tip and a brush. So I really, really like a couple of other ones that are like felt tips, but they're just a little bit hard and I feel like they drag on my eyes. Whereas this one, it's moist enough, it's just flexible enough, and it becomes more flexible with time if that's what you want and you are firm with it. So this is easily as good as anything else that I've tried, if not better. Lastly is this. This is something that everyone has been asking me about on my recent videos. What have you got on your lips? All the time, which has basically been why I'm having to address the questions now of where you can get Too True products from, because I've had that many people ask from different countries and different parts of the UK that have never heard of it before. Where do you get it? Where do you get it? Superdrug. I should be able to put any information. If you can get it somewhere else, I'll put it in the bottom bar. But as far as I'm aware, it's just Superdrug, and it's like, don't quote me, and I will put an annotation up if I'm wrong. But it's like £1.99 each, or £3 for £5. I don't know because I've only ever done it with £3 for £5 because it's just a better deal. This is Colour Drench Lip Gloss. I'm likening this to MAC's lip gloss, and I will put a blog post up. I've just taken lots and lots of pictures of applicators and things like that. You can see side by side, size wise, what things are really like. This smells like, I know this is going to sound really strange, but it smells like an air freshener. You know those vanilla car air fresheners? It took me ages to realise what the smell was. I had it on and I was going like, what is that smell? trying to remember for ages and ages and ages, and I figured it was probably vanilla, but I didn't know why I recognised that smell specifically. And it is like a car air freshener, but I really like it. It stays on really nicely. It doesn't feel sticky. It's like moisturising. It's when you put your lips together, it's not going bitty. I hate that. I don't mind a little bit of stickiness if it stays on and it stays glossy and you keep that sheen, but I hate the bittiness when you rub your lips together and you've got a gloss, and that never ever happens. It just kind of seems to sink in and go away after a while when you reapply, rather than when you have to reapply and you're reapplying over goop. So I do like that about it. Plus it's a really large container. If you do compare it to a MAC lip gloss, which I may have around here somewhere, it's tiny. I mean, you know, they're stingy for the prices anyway, but come on, this is huge compared to that. And the consistency is so similar. It's unreal. But like I say, I will put some proper pictures up because it would take forever to do that in a video. So you can see a proper full-on blog post. You can ask as many questions as you want. If you want to know anything about anything that I've talked about, then just ask. Otherwise, I will talk about one more thing. I wanted to do 6. I'll do 6. The eyeshadow. I really like the little duo eyeshadows. I've got a couple of these. This is my absolute favourite, and this is what I've got on right now. I like that they come with kind of a shimmery and quite a matte shade. It's kind of a satin, but most of them come with a shimmery and a matte shade. This is my favourite one. This is number 9. But what some of you might really like is this one. It's a black and white one. What I really like about this is so pigmented. The white is really pigmented, which is often hard to find. I'll just show you there. Ooh, terrible lighting for white. And there is the white. And this is so crazily sparkly. The black, not great to use with the same finger, but the black reminds me a lot of Decay Stardust. Can you see how sparkly that is? That is so sparkly. The black isn't really what I would say, like, it's black. It's kind of a taupey, dark grey. I'll show you one. It's very sheer, but very sparkly. Not unlike the Stardusts. That's what reminds me so much of it. I think it must be difficult to get a lot of colour and a lot of sparkle when it's sparkle and not glitter. You see how sparkly that is? And you could put that over anything. What I like about the sheer shades that you can get that are sparkly is you can put that over absolutely anything. That would make any eyeshadow that you've got a sparkly eyeshadow, because it's so sheer. It's a really, you've got to put it on wet to get a real colour payoff. But the sparkle is just amazing. So I had to talk about that. I'm sorry, I know that's 6. I'm supposed to do 5, but hey ho. You can video response with your 5 favourite Too True products, or 6 if you're cheeky like me. And like I said, if you've got any questions, then go ahead and ask. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Bye!